Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Salonika Anggita Wardani, and today I would like to present about my thesis proposal seminar entitled An Analysis of Sentence Type in the headline article on the Jakarta Post newspaper. But before that, I would like to say thank you to both of my advisor, Ma'am Umiati Jawas PhD and Ma'am Maria Purnawati SSMPD, and all of my friends that watching this video and participate in my thesis proposal seminar. Now I'm going to discuss about chapter 1 introduction, which cover is background of the study, statement of the problem, the objective of the study, the significance of the study, scope and limitation, and definition of key term. Background of the study. Background of the study usually talks about the overall content of what the study will like it include and focuses only to be the topic that the researcher want to be finding out the answer to. This thesis concentrates on the traditional grammar. According to traditional grammar, a sentence is defined in two ways, by meaning and by function. The sentence classification according to traditional grammar are simple, compound, complex, and compound complex sentence. But in this study, the researcher takes four main types of sentence. There are declarative sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. And there are some previous study that I learned before, because this previous study relate with my thesis. The first is Kapadia 2013, entitled Types of Semantic Ambiguity Found in the Editorial of Jakarta Post Daily Newspaper. They analyze the meaning and types of semantic ambiguity in the Jakarta Post newspaper published in November and December 2012. From the result of data analysis, it was found that ambiguous types 60 times more often used with a frequency of 60 times. The second is Lenny 2017, entitled Types of Sentence Used in Headline Article of the Jakarta Post newspaper. The researcher want to find out the kinds of sentence found in the headline article of the Jakarta Post newspaper, to find out the frequency of the occurrence of each kind of sentence of each headline article of the Jakarta Post newspaper, and to find out the patterns of these kinds of sentence. The researcher randomly took the headline article of Jakarta Post newspaper, which were issued in March and April 2005. She got 8 headline articles containing 167 sentences. The 5 kinds of sentence were simple, compound, complex, and compound complex sentence. The compound sentence took the first rank with the total occurrence of 104 or 62%, followed by simple sentence with the total occurrence of 53 or 31%. The compound and complex sentence occurrence with the total occurrence of 5 or 2%. The third is Rimbawan 2012, entitled English Sentence Type Analysis of the Editorial in Jakarta Post issue in April 2011. The aim of this research was to give a description of the types of English sentence used in the editorial of the Jakarta Post issue in April 2011. From the editorial of the Jakarta Post issue in April 2011, the researcher found that the number of sentences was 467 sentences. The sentence consists of 214 simple sentences, 34 compound sentences, 186 complex sentences, and 33 compound complex sentences. Each editorial always has 5 titles in its edition, and each editorial had 6 to 19 paragraphs, and each paragraph mostly consists of 2 and 4 sentences. The fourth is Lestama 2006, entitled Kinds of Sentence Encountered in the Headline Article of the Jakarta Post newspaper. The researcher want to find out the kinds of sentence, the frequency of each kind of sentence, and the patterns of these kinds of sentence found in the headline article on the Jakarta Post newspaper. From the result, the compound sentence took the first rank with the total accuracy of 104 or 62%, followed by simple sentence with the total accuracy of 53 or 31%. The compound and compound complex sentence accurate with the total accuracy of 5 or 2%. In complex sentence, there were 5 patterns with the number and percent of accuracy. One independent clause with one dependent clause is 59 or 56%, followed by patterns one independent clause with two dependent clause with a total accuracy of 30 or 28%, pattern one independent clause with three dependent clause with a total accuracy of 11 or 10%, pattern one independent clause with four dependent clause with a total accuracy of 3 or 2%, and the last patterns one independent clause with 7 dependent clause with a total accuracy of 1 or 0.9%. The last is Krisnawan 2018, entitled "The Use of Phrases Containing To" in the Jakarta Post selected article about the politics and technology. After analysis the use of to in politics article and technology article of the Jakarta Post, the researcher would like to sum up the result in this chapter. The percentage of form is as follows. To with verb is 65 of the data or 60%. To with non-phrase is 26 of the data or 24. To with verb in case 4 of the data or 3.7%. To with phrasal verb is 4 of the data or 3.7%. Phrasal verb is 1 of the data or 1%. Phrasal preposition is 2 of the data or 2%. Modal is 1 of the data or 1%. And collocation 5 of the data or 4.6%. Statement of the problem. There are two problems that going to be found in this study. One is what are the kind of sentence found in the headline article of the Jakarta Post in 2019 edition. 2. What is the frequency of the occurrence of each kind of sentence of each headline article of the Jakarta Post newspaper in 2019 edition. The objective of the study closely relate to the statement of the problem above. The objective of the study are to answer the above research question. 1. To find out the kinds of sentence found in the headline article of the Jakarta Post newspaper 2019 edition. 2. To find out the frequency of the occurrence of each kind of sentence of each headline article of the Jakarta Post newspaper 2019 edition. Significance of the study. The study is expected to give a contribution to the Jakarta Post readers, especially those who begin learning English. The researcher hope the result of analysis will give the easiness to the reader in reading the sentence in the print mass media by classifying the dependent and independent clauses so that the reader can comprehend the news. Besides giving benefit to the readers, the result of this study can be used as a reference in the education world. And then scope and limitation. The scope in this research is types of sentence, and the limitation is headline article on the Jakarta Post in 2019 edition. And then definition of key term. There are headline article, newspaper, the Jakarta Post, and sentence types. One is headline article. From the Indonesian Dictionary, headline article is content newspaper, magazine, radio, or television which are considered important for a broadcast period. 2. Newspaper, a print publication or usually issued daily or weekly consisting of folded unstapled sheets and containing news, featuring article, advertisement, and correspondent. 3. The Jakarta Post, national daily newspaper in English language which is published in Jakarta, Indonesia. And the last is sentence types. There are 4 main types of sentence. One is declarative sentence. Is a sentence are used to state information. 2. Imperative sentence is a sentence to give a command or make a request. 3. Interrogative sentence is a ask question sentence. 4. Exclamatory sentence is a sentence that express emoticon and as such and with an exclamation mark. Chapter 2, Research Method, which cover research design, research object, research instrument, data collection, data analysis, and triangulation. Research design. Based on the purpose of the study uses descriptive qualitative research and focuses on content analysis. According to Sugiono 2005, descriptive qualitative method is a method used to describe or analyze a research result but is not used to make a broader conclusion. Research object. The object of this research is the headline article of the Jakarta Post newspaper in 2019 edition. Research instrument. Main instrument. The researcher is directly in connection with the material object of the study to collect the data. Therefore, in the study, the researcher becomes the main instrument. Documentation. A valuable source in information about qualitative research can be documentation. Data collection. In this study, the researcher obtained data from www.thejakartapost.com and read the 12 main headline until the researcher understands the meaning of the main headline. And this is the following data that have been collected by researcher. Data analysis. For analyzing data, the researcher used the data corpus to analyze the data. Corpus is a data collection which is used as the object of language research. In the data corpus, the researcher used Jakarta Post newspaper. The data corpuses here are mostly used to analyze the types of sentence in the headline article on the Jakarta Post newspaper 2019 edition. In order to make analysis easier and clearer, the researcher make the data corpus as drawn below. 6 people die and 10 missing in a flood that hit Makassar city and 6 other districts in South Sulawesi on Tuesday. Why this sentence is declarative sentence? Because in the sentence there are a sentence in the form of information that is 6 people die and 10 missing in a flood. 2. The previous day, dozens of houses and several bridges were destroyed hours after territorial rainfall hit. Why this sentence is declarative sentence too? Because in a sentence there is a long sentence which is information. Triangulation. The qualitative research need the validity of data. The validation of data analysis design, the quality of research finding. The research employs source of triangulation to check the trustworthiness of data. I think enough. Thank you for watching. If there are any questions, please comment down below. Thank you.